DeAndre Hopkins working with Von Miller this offseason. Stefon Diggs sending out handshake agreements on Twitter to DeAndre Hopkins. Everything that the Buffalo Bills need from last year was a number 2 option. DeAndre Hopkins giving that body language, saying that he wants to play for the Buffalo Bills, also alluding that he wants a stable organization with a top-tier quarterback. I mean, is this not a perfect fit? Arizona Cardinals release him, resetting his salary that the Buffalo Bills could very well scoop him up for a great deal. Welcome to my channel here, Bills News Consolidated. We got to discuss it. DeAndre Hopkins can come here to the Buffalo Bills in 2023, finally getting us over that hump to get us into the Super Bowl. And sure enough, how many times do we have to see DeAndre Hopkins beat the Buffalo Bills? Those jump ball situations, the Hail Murray pass, even against the Houston Texans, DeAndre Hopkins versus Trey White, those matchups were so intense. DeAndre Hopkins is honestly everything the Buffalo Bills need. You got Stefon Diggs, you have DeAndre Hopkins, and what that is ultimately going to do, they're going to help one another. That is why Stefon Diggs wants Hopkins here, because the attention will not only be on Diggs. Good luck double covering Diggs or bracketing Diggs when you have a DeAndre Hopkins out there. Yes, I know there is some concern there with Gabe Davis, but Brandon Beane, keep in mind, he brought in Deontay Hardy, Trent Sherfield, Poona Ford, all these guys on 1-year prove-it deals. And I really think the Buffalo Bills could very well sign DeAndre Hopkins to just a 1-year deal. Prove-it type deal coming here to Buffalo, working with Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs, testing things out a little bit. And I'm really thinking the Buffalo Bills would be wise to do that. So if the Bills sign a 1-year deal to DeAndre Hopkins, knowing that Gabe Davis is in the final year of his contract, Trent Sherfield, Deontay Hardy, basically 1-year contracts. We have the option to get out of those contracts. We have a choice at literally like 5 wide receivers here to determine our future. Does Gabe Davis step up in 2023? Was it really just that ankle injury last year? Or can Gabe Davis not handle a full snap count as a true number 2 threat in this league? I mean, beating Jerry Rice's record in the playoffs, the toe drag swag on the sidelines, being a countless X factor, and having great amount of yards per reception, but the drops have to stop. Increasing in his drop percentage every single year since he's been in the NFL. Gabe Davis can learn from DeAndre Hopkins. Seeing what DeAndre Hopkins could bring to the Buffalo Bills, not only his play on the field, but we all know that veteran leadership that Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott cherish here. DeAndre Hopkins could definitely help Justin Shorter, Gabe Davis, Trent Sherfield, Deontay Hardy, even Stefon Diggs. And I'm really loving what this would do to this Ken Dorsey offense. Splitting guys out on the perimeter, Diggs, Hopkins, and then in the slot, you got Dalton Kincaid, Deontay Hardy, Khalil Shakir, Trent Sherfield, and all these guys. It just makes so much sense here to bring in a DeAndre Hopkins. You're going against the New York Jets, you're going against the Miami Dolphins, even the Patriots. Some tough defenses here. And the biggest feather in the cap of it all is that we know the Kansas City Chiefs are interested in DeAndre Hopkins. So what happens here? Knowing that Kansas City is going to be competing to get to that Super Bowl, knowing that we have to get past the Kansas City Chiefs to get to that Super Bowl, if they pick up DeAndre Hopkins, I mean, that just makes them better, right? But if we pick up DeAndre Hopkins, we're basically taking Hopkins away from the Chiefs while making ourselves a lot better. And I really think Hopkins, now with the choice, his choice, Hopkins trying to find the right situation for himself, I think Buffalo fits. It's not only the quarterback, the stabilization from the front office to the coaching staff, but it's also having a Stefon Diggs. The Kansas City Chiefs have Travis Kelce, okay, but another perimeter wide receiver taking away cornerbacks from DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins one-on-one. 50-50 jump balls, those deep balls. I mean, that's absolutely huge. And I really think the Buffalo Bills are the best option for DeAndre Hopkins to have the most successful season here in 2023. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is great. Josh Allen is great. Some other spots might be great, but Buffalo Bills, we have a great defense, right? And I really love all the weapons that we have on this team. Plus Dalton Kincaid, right? Okay, the Chiefs had Travis Kelce, but we got Dalton Kincaid, a similar type tight end, wide receiver type tight end. Dawson Knox. Man, I'm loving this. And don't forget about Gabe Davis and everyone else on this team. I'm totally thrilled about this option. And the fact that he got released actually allows the Buffalo Bills to get him here on a good deal. DeAndre Hopkins was openly admitting, even if he was traded, that he would be willing to rework his contract. But now it is official. The Buffalo Bills could easily bring in DeAndre Hopkins here, get him under maybe a 1-year deal under a fair market value, see how he mixes in with Stephon Diggs, with Josh Allen being a true number 2 option in this offense, opening things up for Dalton Kincaid, Deontay Hardy, Trent Sherfield, Khalil Shakir, even Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox, opening up this running game too. You know, what are you going to do? Stack the box against Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins? Good luck. Good luck. We'll just pitch it deep. We're going to pitch it deep. I'm so thrilled with this. Buffalo had one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL last year on 3rd and 4th down. Actually, the most efficient. So there's no reason why the Buffalo Bills shouldn't have been the number 1 offense in the NFL. And it really boils down to red zone efficiency and scoring points. DeAndre Hopkins should allow the Buffalo Bills to score more points, to be more efficient in the red zone, to score more touchdowns. And, I mean, honestly, those high ball, 50-50 jump ball situations, DeAndre Hopkins could literally win you a game. Especially if we get in a crunch-type situation against the Cincinnati Bengals or the Kansas City Chiefs, right? And you just throw that ball up to a DeAndre Hopkins, like that Hail Mary pass, and he comes down with it, plucking that ball away from Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, and Trey White. I mean, that just goes to show you the type of athlete and specimen that DeAndre Hopkins is. Nothing against Gabe Davis, but we're talking about DeAndre Hopkins, potential Hall of Fame wide receiver to pair along Stephon Diggs, which is just going to make both of them more open, more explosive with Josh Allen in this offense, along with making all these other weapons for Josh Allen more explosive. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, check the links down below. Buffalo Fan Shop on Etsy just released a Father's Day t-shirt line, so you guys check that out. Hit like, subscribe, go Bills!